Have you ever held a clove in your hand and wondered how such a tiny spice could hold so much hidden power? Most people sprinkle it into curries or teas and forget about it. But what if you decided to eat just 2 cloves every single day for 7 days straight? What would actually happen inside your body? The truth is not what you think. And in the next few minutes, you are going to discover how these 2 tiny buds can wake up your body, reset your system, and even shock you with results you never expected. Stay with me, because what happens on day 1 might surprise you, but what happens by day 7 could completely change how you see your health forever. Cloves are not just flavoring agents, they are medicine wrapped inside spice. For thousands of years, healers across Asia and the Middle East have used them as remedies for pain, infections, digestion, and vitality. Modern science is now catching up. Researchers are uncovering how the oils inside cloves, especially one called eugenol, can kill bacteria, fight inflammation, regulate sugar, and even protect your organs. But here's the real question. What happens when you take cloves consistently? That's where the 7-day journey begins. And the story is not as simple as good for health. It's much deeper, much more powerful, and in some cases, much more dangerous if you don't do it correctly. So, let's imagine this experiment. You place 2 whole cloves in your mouth every morning. You chew them slowly. The taste is strong, spicy, and slightly bitter. Almost immediately, you feel warmth spreading inside your throat and stomach. This is day 1. On the very first day, cloves start releasing their essential oils into your saliva. This oil coats your throat and digestive tract. The first effect you notice is fresher breath, but something more serious is happening deeper inside. Those oils begin killing harmful bacteria in your mouth. They lower the activity of plaque-forming microbes. They reduce gum inflammation. If you suffer from bleeding gums or bad breath, day 1 already starts fighting back. But this is just the beginning. Inside your stomach, the cloves stimulate digestive juices. If you struggle with heavy meals, bloating, or gas, this is the first moment of relief. The enzymes in your gut start working faster, breaking down proteins and fats more smoothly. Day 1 gives you a tiny glimpse into the real potential of this spice. By day 2, something shifts. The warmth you felt on day 1 continues. Now your circulation begins to respond. Eugenol thins the blood slightly, making it flow more easily through your veins. This can be good news for people with poor circulation, cold hands, or sluggish energy. Your stomach also adapts further. The anti-inflammatory action of cloves begins calming minor irritation in your digestive lining. If you often feel burning or discomfort after meals, this is when you may notice improvement. But the real secret of day 2 lies in your metabolism. Cloves contain compounds that trigger fat-burning enzymes in the liver. That means your body begins using stored fat more efficiently. It's subtle, but the process has already started. Now comes day 3. This is where most people are shocked. By the 3rd day, cloves act on your immune system. They begin stimulating white blood cells. These are your soldiers against viruses, bacteria, and parasites. If you're prone to colds or infections, your body feels a stronger shield forming. And here is something fascinating. Cloves are natural anti-parasitic agents. In traditional medicine, they were used to kill intestinal worms. On day 3, the oils in cloves can start weakening parasites and harmful fungi in the gut. This is why many people report feeling lighter, with less bloating and less sugar craving. The balance of microbes inside your stomach shifts toward the healthy side. This is not just about digestion anymore. This is about cleansing from within. Day 4 is the day of energy. By now, the consistent intake of cloves improves blood flow. Your cells receive more oxygen, your body feels more awake. The small compounds in cloves also begin regulating blood sugar. For people with spikes and crashes of energy, this means steadier moods and reduced cravings. If you often feel tired in the afternoon, day 4 might surprise you. Instead of reaching for coffee or sugar, your body relies more on stable energy. And because inflammation is already being reduced in your muscles and joints, you may feel less stiffness. That's why many people call cloves a natural energy booster, even without caffeine. By day 4, your body is no longer just reacting, it is adapting. When you reach day 5, deeper healing starts. Your liver, one of the most hard-working organs in your body, begins to feel the effects. The antioxidants in cloves protect your liver cells from oxidative stress. If you have been eating processed foods, drinking alcohol, or living under stress, Your liver carries the burden. But the oils from cloves reduce this burden. They improve enzyme activity inside the liver. This means toxins are flushed out more effectively. Your blood becomes cleaner. Your skin may start looking brighter because your liver is filtering waste more efficiently. At the same time, your stomach acid is balanced better. If you've had indigestion or acid reflux, this is where you notice relief. But here's the surprising twist. Cloves are powerful, yes, but too much can irritate the same organs they protect. This is why just 2 cloves are recommended. More can tip the balance. Day 6 arrives and something unique happens. Your brain begins to notice the difference. How? Well, because blood circulation is better, your brain cells receive more oxygen and nutrients. But it's not just that. Eugenol in cloves also acts as a mild neuroprotector. It reduces oxidative stress in nerve cells. That means sharper focus, better concentration, and even a calmer mood. If you've been anxious or restless, the steady rhythm of clove consumption begins to soothe your nervous system. Some people even report deeper sleep by this point because the body is less inflamed and the brain feels more relaxed. Day 6 is often when you realize this spice is not only about digestion or immunity, it's about whole body balance. Finally, day 7. This is the day of full circle. By now, your body has adjusted to the daily intake of cloves. The benefits are layered. Your mouth feels cleaner, your breath fresher, your stomach feels lighter, your digestion smoother, your circulation has improved, your blood sugar is more stable, and your joints feel less inflamed. Your liver is protected, your immunity is stronger, and your brain is sharper. But here's the real twist. The effect is not just physical. When you commit to 7 days of consistency with something so small, your mind changes too. You begin to realize that health is not built on giant steps, but on small daily habits. 2 cloves a day may look small, but their impact proves that tiny choices shape your future health. And now the question becomes, what if you continued beyond 7 days? Now, let's pause here. Because before we get carried away, it's important to remember that cloves are powerful medicine. And like any medicine, they come with warnings. Too much clove oil can damage the liver. Too many cloves can thin the blood too much, especially if you are already on medications like aspirin or warfarin. If you suffer from ulcers or sensitive stomach lining, chewing too many cloves can make things worse. This is why the number is critical. 2 cloves, no more. It is enough to bring benefits without triggering harm. Seniors especially should remember this balance. If you are above 50, your body processes oils differently. Respect the dose, respect the limit. That's where safety meets benefit. So, what should you do if you want to try this? Well, the solution is simple. Take 2 cloves in the morning, preferably on an empty stomach or before breakfast. Chew them slowly and let the oils mix with your saliva. This, activates the enzymes and makes the absorption smoother. Then, drink a glass of warm water afterward. Do this for 7 days. Notice the changes in your breath, digestion, energy, and focus. After 7 days, you can continue if your body feels good, but always in moderation. Listen to your body. That is the real secret of natural healing, not just the herb, but the awareness of how your body responds. But here's something else. People often ask, why cloves? Why not other spices? The answer is that cloves are unique because of their concentrated eugenol content. No other spice has such a strong combination of anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and circulation-boosting effects in such a small package. It is nature's way of giving us medicine inside a kitchen ingredient, but it only works if used correctly. That's why the 7-day journey is not just a test. It is, honestly, a lesson in moderation, patience, and consistency. And this brings us back to you. What do you want from your health? Are you tired of bloating, indigestion, and sluggish energy? Are you worried about inflammation, high sugar, or weak immunity? Or are you simply curious if 2 tiny cloves could make a visible difference? The truth is, you will never know until you try. But now you understand what to expect day by day. You know the potential benefits, you know the risks, and you know the safe path forward. All that remains is your decision. Now that you have seen what happens day by day when you eat 2 cloves for a week, it's time to go deeper, because each of those effects, digestion, circulation, immunity, brain health, and liver protection, hides layers of science and tradition. People often ask, Is it really possible that a spice used in cooking could be this powerful? The answer is yes, but only when you understand how it works inside your body. So let's peel back the layers one by one and see the bigger picture. Let's begin with digestion. This is usually the first change people notice. Cloves stimulate digestive enzymes and bile flow. That means food breaks down faster, especially heavy foods like meat and fat. If you are someone who often feels bloated, gassy, or constipated after meals, cloves can ease that discomfort. The warmth they produce in the stomach is not just a feeling, it's an actual increase in circulation and enzyme activity. The gut muscles contract more efficiently. This helps food move smoothly through the intestines. And because cloves also kill harmful bacteria, they reduce fermentation and foul gas production. Many digestive troubles come from imbalance. Too much harmful bacteria, not enough healthy ones. Cloves push the balance back toward health. That is why after a few days, the stomach feels lighter. But remember, more is not better. Too many cloves can irritate the stomach lining. That's why the right dose is essential. Now think about immunity. Cloves are natural germ fighters. The oil in cloves is strong enough to kill bacteria and fungi. In ancient times, clove oil was used to preserve food because it prevented spoilage. Inside your body, it acts the same way. It suppresses the growth of harmful microbes while supporting the activity of white blood cells. White blood cells are your defenders. They attack viruses, parasites, and infections. When you eat 2 cloves daily, it's like sharpening the sword of your immune army. And here's something fascinating. Cloves also reduce inflammation signals in the immune system. That means your immunity becomes smarter, not just stronger. It knows when to attack and it knows when to calm down. This is critical for people with autoimmune issues where the immune system becomes confused. Cloves help bring balance. This is why, by the end of 7 days, you don't just feel protected, you feel resilient. Let's talk about circulation and heart health. Eugenol, the active oil in cloves, is a mild blood thinner. This improves circulation. Better circulation means oxygen and nutrients travel faster to every cell. That's why you feel more energetic. But the heart benefits go beyond circulation. Cloves reduce LDL cholesterol oxidation. Oxidized cholesterol is what clogs arteries. By preventing that, cloves protect you from plaque buildup. They also reduce triglycerides and regulate blood pressure in small ways. For people worried about heart disease, this is a natural ally, but caution is important. If you are already on prescription blood thinners, combining them with daily cloves can increase bleeding risk. Seniors especially must consult a doctor if they are on such medications. 2 cloves are safe for most, but awareness is key. Now, let's shift to the liver. The liver is your detox factory. It processes everything you eat, drink, and absorb. If the liver is overwhelmed, toxins build up in your blood and you feel sluggish. Cloves protect the liver with antioxidants. They prevent free radical damage inside liver cells. Studies show that clove extracts improve enzyme activity that helps flush toxins. This means your blood is cleaner, your skin looks healthier, and your overall energy improves. But here's the warning again. Too much clove oil can stress the liver. It's about balance. 2 cloves protect, 10 cloves may harm. Respecting the dose is respecting your body. And what about the brain? This is where people are most surprised. Cloves don't just affect digestion and immunity, they also protect nerve cells. The antioxidants reduce oxidative stress in the brain. This lowers the risk of neurodegenerative damage. Better blood flow improves focus and memory. Many people who try cloves for a week report sharper thinking, calmer mood, and deeper sleep. It's not magic, it's biology. When inflammation drops and circulation improves, the brain simply works better. For seniors, this is especially valuable. The fear of memory loss or confusion is real. Cloves are not a cure, but they are a tool to protect brain health naturally. Let's not forget the joints. Inflammation is the root of joint pain and stiffness. Cloves reduce inflammatory enzymes in the body. This is why many traditional remedies for arthritis include clove oil. After a week of daily cloves, many people feel less stiffness, especially in the morning. The effect is subtle but real. Combined with better circulation, your joints feel lighter and more flexible. For seniors with arthritis, this tiny spice can bring noticeable relief. Again, consistency is key. 1 or 2 days won't matter. A week begins the process. Longer use in safe amounts supports joint health even more. But the story is not only about benefits. Let's face the risks clearly, because your audience needs answers to their concerns. What if you have ulcers? Cloves can irritate sensitive stomach linings. What if you are pregnant? Large amounts of clove oil may cause contractions. What if you have bleeding disorders or take aspirin? Cloves can thin blood further and increase risk. What if you are allergic? Some people may experience rashes, irritation, or nausea. These are not reasons to avoid cloves completely, but they are reasons to respect the dose. 2 cloves a day is the safe, balanced amount for most adults. And always listen to your body. If you feel discomfort, stop. Natural remedies are powerful, but they must be used wisely. So, how exactly should you take them? Chewing whole cloves is the best way. It releases oils slowly and mixes with saliva. This makes absorption smoother. Swallowing whole cloves without chewing is less effective. Crushing them into tea is another option, but chewing gives maximum effect. Always follow with a glass of warm water and never exceed 2 or 3 per day. That's the golden rule. If you want to extend beyond 7 days, you can, but stay moderate. Natural healing is about steady habits, not extremes. So let's step back now and look at the big picture. What do these 7 days teach us? Well, they teach us that health does not always come from complex diets or expensive supplements. Sometimes it actually comes from the simplest things we often overlook. Just 2 cloves, taken daily, can reset your digestion, strengthen your immunity, protect your heart, support your brain, and ease your joints. All of this from something sitting quietly in your spice box. The lesson here isn't just about cloves, it's really about the power of small, consistent habits. Health isn't built overnight, it's built bite by bite, day by day. Now, think about your own life. Are you struggling with constant bloating or indigestion? Are you worried about your sugar levels or circulation? Do you fear inflammation eating away at your joints and brain? Or do you simply want to feel lighter, more energetic, more in control of your health? Cloves might be your answer. Not as a miracle cure, but as a helper, as a daily reminder that nature already gave us the tools to heal. The only question is, are we willing to use them? Before we close, let's tackle some quick questions that people often ask. Can children eat cloves? Small amounts in food are fine, but chewing whole cloves daily is not recommended for kids. Can pregnant women take them? In small amounts through cooking? Yes, but not as a daily chew without a doctor's advice. Can people with diabetes take them? Yes, in moderation. They help regulate sugar, but always monitor levels. Can they help with weight loss? Indirectly, yes. By boosting metabolism and improving digestion, they support fat burning. Can they improve skin health? Yes, because they clean the blood and reduce oxidative stress. These are the practical answers people need. And now comes the most important part, the conclusion. After 7 days of 2 cloves daily, your body is cleaner, lighter, sharper, and stronger. But beyond the physical changes, there is something deeper. You realize that health is in your hands, not in pharmacies, not in miracle pills, but in daily choices. Cloves are just one example. Nature is full of them. Ginger, turmeric, garlic, cinnamon, each holds hidden power, but you must unlock it with consistency. That is the true secret. So, if you have watched this far, you now hold knowledge that many people don't. You know the benefits, you know the risks, you know the method. The next step is yours. Try it for 7 days, observe your body, respect the dose, and experience the difference. If you found this video helpful, do not keep it to yourself. Share it with family and friends. Someone you love might be suffering from the very problems cloves can help with. And before you go, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss powerful natural health tips like this. Together, we can spread the truth that healing is simple, natural, and already within reach. And it all starts with 2 tiny cloves. We've already explored how cloves can change your digestion, immunity, liver, and brain within 7 days. But the story doesn't end there, because cloves have even more hidden powers that most people never talk about. And if you stay with me, you will see how these tiny buds connect to every system in your body, from your skin to your hormones, even your weight. This is where the picture becomes complete. Let's start with skin health. People often ask, can eating 2 cloves a day improve my skin? The answer is yes, and here's why. Your skin is a mirror of your blood. When toxins build up in the blood, it shows as acne, dullness, or early wrinkles. Cloves help cleanse the blood by supporting the liver and fighting inflammation. That means clearer, fresher skin from the inside out. The antioxidants in cloves also protect your skin cells from oxidative stress. This slows down the damage that leads to sagging and aging. So, while you may not see instant miracles, over time your skin looks brighter and healthier. And this change doesn't come from creams or serums, it comes from within. Now think about weight management. This is one of the biggest concerns people have today. Can cloves help with weight loss? The truth is, cloves are not a magic fat burner, but they support the process in multiple ways. First, they boost metabolism by improving liver function. Second, they reduce sugar cravings by stabilizing blood glucose. Third, they improve digestion, which prevents the storage of undigested food as fat. And finally, their anti-inflammatory action reduces bloating, which often makes people feel heavier than they actually are. So cloves help indirectly. They make it easier for your body to burn fat and harder for fat to accumulate, but they work best when combined with healthy food and movement. Another hidden benefit is hormonal balance. This is especially important for women. Some studies suggest that compounds in cloves influence estrogen activity. This means they may help regulate menstrual cycles, reduce PMS symptoms, and even support fertility in certain cases. But there's a caution too. If you already have estrogen dominance, taking too many cloves could worsen the imbalance. This is why moderation is again the key word. For men, cloves have been traditionally linked with vitality. They improve circulation and reduce oxidative stress, which supports reproductive health. In both men and women, cloves act as natural tonics for the hormonal system, but only when used wisely. Now, let's look at oral health. Everyone knows that clove oil is used in dentistry. Dentists have relied on it for centuries to reduce tooth pain and fight infections. When you chew 2 cloves daily, you are doing the same thing at home. The oil numbs mild pain, kills bacteria, and prevents cavities. Your gums feel stronger, your mouth feels fresher, and even gum bleeding may reduce. Many people who try this notice that their morning breath improves dramatically. But remember, if you already have severe gum disease or tooth decay, cloves will not replace dental care. They are a preventive tool, not a cure. Still, for daily oral health, they are unmatched. We should also talk about respiratory health. The warmth of cloves opens airways. If you suffer from cough or mild congestion, chewing cloves can give relief. They loosen mucus and act as a mild expectorant. This is why clove tea is often recommended during colds. The antimicrobial effect also helps fight throat infections. For people with asthma, cloves may soothe mild symptoms, though they are not a replacement for medication. Still, in daily use, they keep the respiratory tract cleaner and stronger. Now, let's address some myths. Some people believe that eating cloves daily can cure all diseases. This is not true. Cloves are powerful, but they are not magic. They cannot replace medical treatment for serious conditions. They cannot reverse decades of damage overnight. What they do is support your body's natural healing, they strengthen the foundation, they make recovery faster and prevention stronger. Another myth is that more cloves mean more benefit. This is dangerous. High amounts of clove oil can damage the liver, irritate the stomach, and cause allergic reactions. The wisdom is always in moderation. 2 cloves a day is powerful enough. Beyond that, you risk harm. Now, let's explore safety in more detail, because this is one of the most common audience questions. Is it safe for seniors to eat cloves daily? For most seniors, yes. In fact, they benefit the most because of improved circulation, digestion, and brain support. But they must be careful if they take blood thinners, diabetes medication, or have ulcers. Is it safe for pregnant women? In cooking, yes. But chewing whole cloves daily is not recommended without medical advice. Is it safe for children? Again, in small amounts through food, yes. But not as a daily chew, because their bodies are more sensitive. Is it safe for diabetics? Yes, in moderation. Cloves can actually help lower sugar spikes, but patients should always monitor their levels. These are the answers people need, and giving them builds trust. Let's go even deeper. What happens inside your blood when you eat cloves? Your red blood cells transport oxygen more efficiently because of improved circulation. Your white blood cells get a boost in their fighting power. Your platelets, which help with clotting, become slightly thinner. This makes your blood flow smoother. Your liver enzymes filter out more toxins, which means your blood becomes cleaner. Clean blood equals cleaner skin, sharper brain, healthier organs. This is the chain reaction that begins with just 2 cloves. Another fascinating area is the gut microbiome. We mentioned earlier how cloves kill harmful bacteria, but let's expand on this. Your gut is home to trillions of microbes. Some are friendly, some are harmful. Cloves act like a natural filter. They suppress harmful strains like Candida while allowing good bacteria to thrive. This improves digestion, reduces cravings, and even boosts mood. Did you know that most of your serotonin, the happiness chemical, is produced in the gut? When your gut is balanced, your mind feels balanced. This is why after a week of cloves, many people feel calmer and happier. It's not only the brain, it's the gut-brain connection at work. Let's pause for a moment and reflect. 2 tiny cloves affect digestion, immunity, circulation, liver, brain, joints, hormones, skin, and even mood. That is almost every major system in the body. This is why cloves are considered a complete spice in traditional medicine. They touch everything. And the beauty is, they are accessible, affordable, and safe in small amounts. You don't need to spend hundreds on supplements. You just need consistency and awareness. But here comes the final question. Should you continue beyond 7 days? The answer is yes, if your body feels good and you stay moderate. Some people make cloves part of their daily routine, just like tea or coffee. Others use them in cycles, 7 days on, a break, then repeat. Both approaches work, as long as you listen to your body. If you notice discomfort, stop. If you feel lighter and healthier, continue. The point is not the number of days. The point is building a habit of using natural medicine wisely. As we come toward the end, let's create a vision. Imagine yourself after 7 days of cloves. Your breath is fresher, your stomach feels light, your joints ache less, your mind is sharper, your sleep is deeper. You feel stronger, calmer, and more in control. Now, just imagine continuing this habit for a month. Your skin looks clearer, your energy is steadier, and your immunity feels, well, unshakable. Imagine 6 months. Your blood sugar is better managed, your liver is cleaner, and your heart is stronger. All of this from just 2 tiny cloves. This is not fantasy. This is the potential that's waiting for you if you take action. But you must remember, cloves are not a replacement for healthy living. They are a part of it. You still need good food, clean water, enough sleep, and movement. Cloves enhance the results of these habits, but they are not an excuse to ignore them. Think of cloves as a spark. They ignite the fire of health, but you must keep the fire burning with discipline and care. And now, it's time to act. Don't just watch this video and forget. Try it yourself. For 7 days, chew 2 cloves each morning with warm water. Observe your body. Write down what you feel. Notice the small changes: your breath, your digestion, your energy, your focus. At the end of 7 days, look back at your notes. You will see the difference. And when you do, you'll know that nature's power is real. That's when you can decide whether to continue, adjust, or stop. The choice will be yours. But the experience will change how you see food, medicine, and health forever. If you found value in this journey, share it. Someone in your family may be struggling with issues that cloves can ease. Someone you know may be wasting money on pills when the answer is sitting in their kitchen. Don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Spread it. Help others discover what you now know. And before you leave, remember to support this channel. Like the video, subscribe for more natural health wisdom, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the secrets that could transform your life. Together, we can build a world that respects nature's gifts, uses them wisely, and heals with simplicity. 2 cloves a day, that is the beginning of the change.